earlier, and sometimes those kids go home. We also have a young adult after-hours participation that goes on after the oneg. My name is Jamie Gibson. I'm the senior rabbi here. This is my wonderful partner, Rabbi Karen Gorban, and our wonderful cantor, Laura. We only have wonderful people here. And last time I was here 2 weeks ago, who was here 2 weeks ago? Anybody? They counted about 1,100 people. They couldn't get in. It was amazing. There's this picture of me that was on CNN. It said, "Worship and defiance," because my hand is up. What they don't know is at that point of the service, the mics had gone out, and I'd walked all the way back there to get people to sing. It wasn't defiance, it was inclusion. And so we like to include people in our singing. And the song we're going to start with tonight is called Shir Chadash. It's got Hebrew and English. And my gosh, I have a lot of gray hair. Look at that. It goes like this. Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash. Sing unto God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song. It's right on the screens in front of you. Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, last time, just you. Shirul Adonai, Kol Haaretz, Shirul Adonai, Shir Chadash. We're going to continue with lighting of candles for Shabbat with the Kiddush. Barry Ameda, will you please come up? It's been a long time since I've had you do this. I'm so thrilled that you're coming up. It's our custom, as you are able to rise for lighting of candles and Kiddush. And just come on up here. Rabbi Gorman's going to go escort you up there. Do we have a power outage? There we go.
Yes, and I see. No. Failing. Oh, gee. We're going to try this one.
It's the principle of verticality, I think.
No, it's just, it takes a while to get the wax off of the wick. And
Yay.
We like bonfires for
There you go.
Shabbat.
no,
This one's, I think it's lit.
Got it.
It's lit.
blow it out. Yeah, there you go. Over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
turn that
look
right
up there.
into the mic.
Baruch
Wait,
Oh,
read.
sorry. As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Now. How you going to do the blessing?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, yitzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodecho b'yahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'ma'aseh v'reishis,
Ki hu yom
techila lemikra kodesh zecher l'tzias mitzrayim ki vonu v'charta v'tanu kidashta mikol hamim Shabbat kodesh
Inchaltanu
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbos.
Amen.
It's Vintage Tuesday. It's good juice. It's Kedem, right? Everybody, please find a seat. This is my favorite love song, Lecha Dodi. Shabbat is the bride. And it's kind of rousing. Out of the 9 verses of this song that were written 500 years ago, we do verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, and you'll be able to see the verses up here. In the last verse, it's customary to rise and face the rear. And the last 2 words of the last verse, which are Boi Kala, may the bride come in. We're going to bow toward Dr. Miller there. Maybe the bride will come in by him, or we're going to bar over there, maybe the parking lot, maybe where, Joanne's coming in, everybody's coming. Maybe the bride's going to come in. We don't know if the bride, where the bride, how the bride is going to come in, but we're going to sing the song and evoke this spirit, even though the snow is out there and it's cold. It goes like this. Lai 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 lecha dodi, lai 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 likrat kala, lai 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 penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat. Try that again. Lai 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 lecha dodi, lai 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 likrat kala, lai 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Shahamor v'zachor b'diur echad Ishvianu el ha'miyuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad L'shemo tiferet Lecha Dodi Lai 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 lecha dodi Lai 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 likrat kala Lai 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 penei Shabbat nekabela Shabbat mekuben el chaki mekor habracha verosh mikedem nesuchatz b'maaseh b'machshava tchila Lai 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 lecha dodi Lai 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 likrat kala Lai 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 penei Shabbat nekabela Hitorari Lecha Dodi, lai 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 lecha dodi. Please rise and face the rear. You'll be able to see it on the back wall. Lai 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 penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret balagam b'simcha u'b'tola We bow to the left, to the right. Have a seat. Lai 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 lecha dodi, lai 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 b'nachala, lai lai penei Shabbat nekabela. Lai 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 lecha dodi, lai 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 b'nachala, lai 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 penei Shabbat. Shabbat The next song we're going to do is a psalm, the psalm for the Sabbath day. We love these songs that are uniquely associated with Shabbat. And this was written by my dear friend Debbie Friedman. She wrote it a long time ago. It's a waltz. If anybody is so moved, waltzing is permitted. If it was Matilda, it would be Australia, right? No.
Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, tov le'odot l'Adonai, u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat, Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat. HaShabbat. Tov le'odot l'Adonai. ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני. ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. מזמור ליום השבת.
Shalom Aleichem is very famous, of course, because it's all about the angels that we hope guide us into a warm space on a cold night, the angels that guide us even when we have to leave Shabbat and go out into a world that is not always understanding of us, of our need to be together, of our need to evoke our spirit, our need to celebrate, our need to mourn. All of this together is combined in the Shalom Aleichem, which brings the Spirit with us and guides us through Shabbat. So we're going to do first notes.
Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Lechem, Malachi Sharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Shalom Alechem, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem Shalom, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Alechem, Malachi Shalom, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Amalachim, Akadosh Baruch Hu. As you will, please rise for the Chatzi Kaddish before the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויעלמה דברכינותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם לעמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם ויתעשה ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לילה מן כוברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה ויאמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai HaMvorach le'olam va'ed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
We continue with a prayer for the wonders of creation, especially the mixing of light and dark. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, we join together, from whom the evening flows.
Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו ושופט, וחומינו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו, לאורך ימינו, ובהם יגע יומם ולילה, יגע יומם ולילה. באהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברתם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We join together in an interpretation of these words we just chanted. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai your God.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
We continue with a song of freedom.
Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 mi chamocha bo'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot osef ele malchutcha ra'u v'necha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam malchutcha ra'u v'necha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam Zazeli anu v'yamru Adonai imloch leolam leolam va'ed ya la la ya ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגואלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Let's do that again.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us with wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. L'chaim, l'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, al Yerushalayim. So I have a melody that I want to introduce, or perhaps even reintroduce. And I want to sing it first on La 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 or Na Na Na. And I'm hoping you feel the way I do about it, that whether or not it's new, it feels like you grew up with it. So it goes like this. Ya-ira, ya-ira, da-da-da-da-ira, think again. Changes a little in the middle. Picture violin. Back to melody A. Now with the words of Vishamru. Vishameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam beri. Take out those violins. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti li'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ve'et haaretz. That first melody, uvayom. Uvayom ashvi Shabbat vayinafash. Uvayom ashvi Shabbat vayinafash. I hope that's good for your nefesh, for your soul.
We continue with the Amidah. Please rise as you're able.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha Adonai sifatai tiftach Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מחכה חיים בחסד מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות מצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני בחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We continue with a poem about the meaning of Shabbat. I invite you to join with me. Holy One of being, help us replace the earthbound things, confines of space, with Sabbath eyes, with Sabbath heart. Help us to climb, to reach that place in sacred time where we can find our Sabbath soul. Help us, we pray, to recognize your holiness, to sanctify and to embrace the Sabbath day, your precious gift, with love and grace. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat. We ask God to accept our prayers we join together. O compassionate One of Israel, accept the sincerity with which we pray for ourselves, for our people, for our world. May our consciousness of you embrace each action that we take and allow us to recall the nearness of your presence created in this quiet time of worship. Baruch atah Adonai, shotcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. And we continue with a prayer of gratitude for all of the wonderful things that we have in the world. So the refrain is going to be the words modim anachnu lach. Say that.
Modim anachnu lach.
Great. You're going to sing that over and over and over again.
Modim, modim, modim anachnu lach. Join us. Modim, modim, modim anachnu lach. 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 I will give thanks for the sunshine. I will give thanks for the rain. I will give thanks for the good times. Pray they come again. Modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach. Modim anachnu lach. I will give thanks for my life. I will give thanks for your love. I will give thanks for your goodness. You know I never get enough. Modim anachnu lach. 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 Modim anachnu lach.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot. We offer a prayer of peace, a prayer for peace. We join together. Ruler of the universe, let there be no hope that is not a command. Let there be no prayer which does not become a deed. Upon this earth may reverent and righteous nations arise, where each person matters, where poverty and justice are unchallenged. Upon this earth may people of spirit arise, people of character and compassion, with open hearts and readied hands. We ask for a new age of wisdom and love, truly to be your reign on earth. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We take time now to offer the prayers of our hearts in silence.
Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Oh, okay. Because Rabbi Gibson is not feeling well, he wants me to do this part, which I was just unsure. So first of all, we're going to offer Misha Berach of healing for Rabbi Gibson. But I know that there are many people in our community, in our lives, who are in need of healing of mind, healing of body, healing of spirit. And so as we take time during our service to think of them, I also invite you to share their names aloud so that we can add them to our collective prayers. You can also, as I do, offer the prayers, offer the names within your heart. Think of them and send those healing thoughts, those thoughts of wholeness and peace their way. If you would like to do so, I invite you to share their names as my eyes meet yours.
Dan Legger, Andrea Wedner, Walt Rudolph.
Michal Yaakov Ben Chava, Chava Batili, Vegas, George
Sometimes bronchitis means shorter sermons, but who knows? 40 years ago this month, I was with my friend Shira Stern, who was here this week as a chaplain, and others in the Jerusalem campus for the first year of Hebrew Union College. And a lot of it was about learning the Hebrew, because without the Hebrew, the building blocks, you really can't approach the texts. Transliteration is a good thing to give you a handhold, but you really have to learn the Hebrew to know what's going on interior in the language. So many puns, so many lessons, so many things. And there was a teacher there who was long since passed. His name was Yigal Yanai, alav shalom. And he required that we, students, master 30 verses of Hebrew to read in perfect diction and accentuation. This was my passage this week. And I knew that this is what meant that Jacob left running for his life, and he ran toward Haran, the old country. And he got tired, and he put himself down in a clearing. He surrounded his head with rocks, or put a rock under his head, depending on how you translate it. And he had a dream. And the dream, you can actually see the ladder up there. That's that gold thing. It's kind of abstract. I asked Rabbi Gorman to find an image, and she found an abstract image. And there's a challenge in this because the dream at first seems very clear. There's a connection between heaven and earth, what we do here and what's received up there. That there's somehow a connection between our higher purpose, our higher being, our higher spirit, that which we long to be, and that which roots us in this world. And then we get this amazing little reference. This reference that says, and not only was there a ladder with its base on the ground and its head reaching toward the heavens, it says, Malachim Elohim olim v'yordim bo. The angels of God were going up and down it. And the rabbis, they jump all over that. Angels going up and down. Wait a minute, aren't the angels with God? Shouldn't they be going down and up? Why does it say they're going up and down? It's reversed. It's bizarre, and they've got to come up with reasons. And they come up with all kinds of reasons for these angels that start down and go up and down. And then some say, well, the angels that were with him in the land of Israel, those were the up ones, because you make aliyah to go to Israel. And the ones that took him to Haran, oh, those were the Yordim, those are the ones that go down. And all kinds of fanciful explanations, but I like the idea that we were already told earlier in Genesis that human beings are sometimes the forms of angels. And if angels take the form of human beings, maybe we should strive to take the form of angels. Maybe in a world filled with hate, maybe in a world filled with such contempt for God's creation, B'Tselem Elohim, the essence of human life, maybe the task of this story is to teach us that we can be the angels that go up and down. We go up for the divine gifts and we bring them back. And somebody said to me when I proposed this image that it's too hard. We can't get all the way up that ladder. But you can do one rung, one madrega. Every one of you here can ascend one rung. Go up one rung this week. Do something better for someone this week than you might have done last week. I had an amazing lesson with this down in a city called Dresden. I was in Berlin all last week for the 80th anniversary of Kristallnacht, and I'm going to have a special Shabbos afternoon talk in Havdalah about that in 3 weeks. I'm not good at math, you know that. We went down to Dresden. It's a 2-hour train ride from Berlin. And the first place we went to was to a high school, a Christian high school called the Kreuz Gymnasium. Cross Gymnasium is the high school system there. And they wanted us to hear their boys' choir. They have, in Dresden, a magnificent boys' choir. It was founded a little while ago. It was founded in 1216. That's old, right? They sang beautifully. And this group of rabbis that I was representing, Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform, we kind of introduced ourselves. And wherever we went in Germany, I was the rabbi from Pittsburgh. And they all knew about Pittsburgh. And they all wanted to talk to me, not only because of our tragedy here, but because in August, they had an alt-right march in Chemnitz, not far from Dresden, with thousands of people with Nazi regalia, specifically against German law. associated with a party which is the second largest party in parliament called the Alternative für Deutschland, the AfD, that spews hatred toward Muslims and wants Jews to get on board because Muslims are enemies. But anybody who was here 2 weeks ago knows that Muslims are not enemies, knows that they are friends. Sometimes there are tensions over culture, over law, over rights, but there's no reason that in terms of faith we cannot be friends. And so these kids were amazing. They're the grandchildren of the Nazi era, and all of them wanted to know about our experience of being Jews. And one of them was practically in tears. Her name was Francesca. And she said, you know, this is not my battle. This is not my parents' battle. This is my grandparents' battle. And yet I am filled with guilt and shame, and I have no idea what to do with it. What we did to you. And I looked her in the eye. It's very hard to come up with instantaneous responses to the profound existential questions of life, of guilt and shame. We have the Paul Pitts fan club here. They spend their entire careers working with people precisely on this in the realm of psychology and therapy. Not if you agree. And I said, why do you take that shame and that guilt? I won't tell you what you shouldn't have it. I'm never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't feel. But pour it into an act of kindness. In Dresden, there are people who need kindness. There are people, we were told, don't wear a kippah in Dresden, you'll be attacked in the street. Offer a kind word to somebody who you see going to the newly rebuilt Dresden synagogue. Offer a kind word to the Roma, because they don't use the word gypsy, because gypsy is offensive in Germany. Offer a kind word to an immigrant. Hand somebody an apple. And she smiled, because what she said I did was I gave her a way to pull herself up one rung. And the challenge for us every week is, yes, we slip back. The angels, we as angels, we go up, and yes, we go down. But maybe you can use your kavanah, your intentionality, this week to do something so kind for a person that you smile when you look at them and you know that you and they, in that moment, have been malachei Elohim, angels of God, ascending heavenward, one step. One step. Amen. We have a dear friend here from Israel. He's representing the IMPJ. I'll give 30,000 meaningless points to anybody not in the front row who knows what those letters mean. The IMPJ. Well, I know you. What country do you think he's from? The I is not for international. It's not Italy, it's not Iraq, it's not Iran. Israel. The Israel, and we belong to not a denomination, but a movement, and we try to go forward. The P is for progressive. What's the J? Oh my gosh, you are so clever. So why don't you come up? Please introduce yourself. There's a microphone right here. We'll see if it works.
I can try to speak without a microphone. I think I will be able to make it.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay. Shalom, it's very good to be here with you all, rabbis, Cantor, and rarely do I speak without using my notes, so I will apologize for that. Usually I can do that very well in Hebrew, but in English, I still need to be careful. In this week's portion of the Torah, we read, "Your descendants will also will be like the dust of the earth. And you will spread out to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And in you and in your descendants shall all the families of the earth be blessed." And here we are, quite far west, at least as far as I'm concerned, from the land of Israel, at a very trying times. Yet, from here in Pittsburgh, Squirrel Hill, we could see how the blessing in the wake of tragedy has become a reality, crossing every boundaries and differences. We watched horrified in Israel Usually it's the other way around, but I know, but this time it was different. As the news from here broke onto our screens and networks. It was with gratitude and profound appreciation that we saw a community gathering together. People of all walks of life, beliefs and backgrounds came together. We are still grieving a great loss of lives and opportunities, of innocence and sense of security. However, there is no one that can take away from us our hope to create together a better world. The way of this community must become our way of life. It is not easy to talk of peace when one is attacked, but in the long run, that is the only valid answer. We must find ways, passages, paths, and what have you, in order to one day achieve a much better world. Between then and now, we have to concentrate on the process. Gather those who are justice seeker, who are the well-doers of the world, those who can stand strong at times of adversity. Being able to do so is what brings the blessing to all families on earth. We are a great community of people spread around the world, regardless of faith, but with the character that makes us all resilient to hate and promoters of love and peace. In the book of Psalms, we find the verse, "Who is the man who desires life and loves length of days that he may see good? Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it." Our sense for drive for justice and peace cannot be just kept inside of us, but simply refraining from doing badly is just not enough. We must be active and vocal about what we stand for. Here in Pittsburgh, we found such a community. Being here with you today, I can bless you with peace and thank you for being a community of blessing to the families on earth. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to share this with you. Shabbat Shalom.
Both elbow.
Shabbat Shalom.
Mar Reuven Marco, who's head of the movement. There's also a rabbinic head, Gil Kariv. Important member of the IMPJ is Rabbi Ezi Endi, who served this congregation for 4 years and was loved, and we still maintain our contact with him. As our family service, some of you are new to our traditions here, maybe new to the visual tefillah and the beautiful slides and the singing that we do, but every month at the family service, we do birthday blessings. So if you were born in November, would you please come on up? We're going to do that first, then we're going to do Paul's special blessing. Let's have you line up here. There you go. Line up. Face them. We want to know your name, we want to know your birth date, and if you dare, your age.
Stu Blackman, 11/9/45.
9. Okay.
Yeah, 73.
Okay, great.
Bruce Sachs, 11/30/42, will be 76.
Elizabeth Kalura, November 18th, and I'm very excited to be celebrating my 29th birthday.
Wow. For the 8th time? That's fantastic. It's nice to pick an age and stick with it.
Shirley Nicholsburg, November 14. I'm going to stay 39 forever.
Yom Halelet Sameach.
Uncle Joe, the 29th. I'm 8, and in 5 years I'll be bar mitzvah.
Oh.
Figure that one out.
Molly Miller, 11/19/1943. I'll be 75.
Fantastic. The diamond, right? Isn't that what the anniversary is? So everybody gets Israeli candy. And we say, Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our mothers and God of our fathers. May these wonderful spirits shining with light and smiles and joy, may that joy continue into the days after their birthday. And may they know that they are loved by the families that surround them and those who are out of town. May they know that they are revered and honored by this community as well. And may they be blessed, even as we do. There are Shehechianu for you now as we all sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman. Everybody yell Mazel Tov. 1, 2, 3. Oh, like you mean it. Come on. There you go. Go enjoy your candy. Where's Paul? Where's Dr. William Paul Pitts? There he is. Paul has completed a journey, but what he's done is simply open a door into another aspect of that journey. And what he's done is years, going back to his youth in Arkansas, understood there was something about his Jewish friends that attracted him, about how they carried themselves, about how they were in the world. And he wondered, after this incredible partnership with Lori, whether that was something for him. And so, at a stage later than many, the hardest part of any journey is that first step. And you came to me in my office, and you said, I want to learn, but I want to do more than learn. I want to be and belong to this community. And so we say, Ruach HaShalom, Makor Ahava, a spirit of peace and source of love. Paul stands here right now. On his right, the Torah. On his left, our people. And he is surrounded with the knowledge that he does belong. And that part of his life path has been to lead him to this very moment, where he who has held so many different souls in love and caring and helped them heal, his soul is now more whole than it had been before this time. May he know that he belongs. May he know that he is loved. May he know that he is blessed. Not only have you been blessed and will you be blessed, you are a blessing to so many. And we are so fortunate to call you now one of our own. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. May God cause God's light to shine on you and be gracious to you. May God lift up God's presence to you, Paul, and grant you wholeness and joy, fulfillment, and most of all, peace, as together we all say, Amen. Will the fan club raise their hands? We wanted to see, oh, look at all those people there. That's fantastic. By the way, that's your professional fan club. Look at your fan club over here. Yeah. You'll have a chance to say hello. Excuse me, I have something for you. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Just a few things that are going on that we want to make sure people know about. There are a lot of things going on. And I'm going to count on Cantor Berman and Rabbi Gorbin to help me if I forget any of them. So tomorrow night, there is a gathering, not really in honor of the victims, but an occasion to come together. The Columbia a cappella group called Pizmon is at Bet Shalom, and there's going to be kind of a community concert and sing, and our choir is going to be singing along with them starting at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. It's 5?
No, our choir singing in the finale, yeah.
The choir singing in the finale, a nachamu, a comfort,
yeah,
right?
and Pizmon had a hard time getting here.
Yeah.
So we really want to show them a great Pittsburgh welcome. They just arrived before Shabbat.
If anybody read the New York papers, nothing moved for 10 hours on New York and New Jersey roads. So it's amazing that they did get here. On Tuesday, we have our annual multi-faith Thanksgiving service, the 42nd East End. And you say multi-faith. Oh, yeah, Christians and Jews. No, Christians, Jews, and Muslims. No, Christians, Jews, Muslims, Hindus, and Jains, and Buddhists. All together. Our speaker is our marvelous unifying mayor, Mayor Bill Peduto. He'll be introduced by Wasim Muhammad, our dear friend from the Islamic Center. The service is going to be at 3rd Presbyterian Church, if you can get down the hill safely, 5th and Negley. It'll be at 7:30. We're asking people to bring either or, money for the East End Cooperative Ministries, canned goods for the Squirrel Hill Food Pantry. We'll collect it all. We do expect a bigger attendance this year because there has been a much larger effort for us to come together as spiritual communities in the wake of our tragedy. So there's a marvelous sharing that's going to take place, and our choir is going to be part of a mass choir that's going to sing. Have you ever been in the Third Presbyterian Sanctuary? It's gorgeous. It's incredible. So please come celebrate our multi-faith heritage of Thanksgiving. We do it on Tuesday because Wednesday is Erev Thanksgiving. We don't want to do things on the Erev, right? So please come and be part of it. Then we actually do, if you can get out of your tryptophan haze on Friday, we are going to have services the following Friday as well. All services are at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow, there is Torah study at 8:30 in the morning, and there is Minyan at 9:15 upstairs in the Barnett Chapel. And I'm missing other things. So just a couple other things that are going on. On November 30th, we're Kelly and Saul and Kelly there. They're opening their house for a program we call Shabbat B'bayit, Shabbat in the home. For some of you for whom you don't always relate to the prayers, but maybe there's poetry and readings and song and dessert. The last place, so that's a great whiskey at the last place, although I don't drink. But, Shabbat B'bayit is going to be at Kelly and Saul's in Highland Park, and that's going to be the November 30th. On the 1st, we're going to have our first since Yom Kippur moth-inspired storytelling with Alan Olafson, our moth organizer here, and it's going to be on turning points. If you want to tell a story about a turning point in your life, we're going to curate the stories. We're going to ask you to come. We'll send out the time in this week's upcoming week email. On December 2nd, there's a Brotherhood Brunch featuring Barbara Burston, who is our incredible local historian of Pittsburgh Jewish history, and there's so many times and possibilities of engaging. Right after this service, Jake, you know what's after this service, after the Oneg? After hours. After hours is for our young adults, and they come together. Hi, Steffi, good to see you. And they're going to be upstairs in the Lockhart Lounge. I think you're going to be there, right? With snackies and Rabbi Gorban and all kinds of good stuff. So if you were just, what? So if you came tonight and you're younger, I know they're saying just finish up. We also really have a weekly announcement. We are indebted to Edgar Snyder for a yearly grant that allows us to have the incredible cantorial skills of Laura Berman, and we will always thank him publicly for the gift he has given to our congregation. If you are new to the congregation tonight, raise your hand. Okay, we want to make sure we say hello at the Oneg, all right? If it's your less than 5th time here, raise your hand. Okay, there are more people to say hello to. That's fantastic. And Reuben, it's great to see you. So we're going to continue with Aleinu, and after that we're going to dedicate 3 memorial plaques, 3 yahrzeit plaques, before Mornis Kaddish tonight. As you are able, please rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach
l'adon hakol, l'tei kedula liyotzeh bereshit,
shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol amonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
In the 3rd chapter of Kohelet Ecclesiastes, we read that there is a time for everything, a time for every event under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die. And so as much as we promote Shabbat joy and song and birthdays and love and acceptance, we also understand that there's loss. And we come to our community to acknowledge our most recent losses and to acknowledge losses that happened in the past months and even a year or so ago. And so this week, in the names of the family of Lenny Bernstein, in the name of the family of Kenny and Claire Ross, we dedicate their yahrzeit plaques as a permanent memory. Somebody asked me, why don't we just give flowers? And flowers die. They're evanescent in passing. But see this? This is going to last. Because we celebrate what endures. We celebrate the neshama, which is a gift from God and goes back to God. So in the name of Lenny's family, Claire's family, and Kenny's family, we hereby dedicate these plaques for Kenneth Ross, Claire Ross, and Elena Bernstein. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life, Linda. And may they always live in your heart and be on your shoulder when you need them. It's our custom in this congregation, as we read the names of those who died in years past, if you are saying Kaddish for them, we'd like you to rise so we can recognize you as a mourner, after which we'll read the names of those who have died in more recent days. This week we especially cherish the memories of Evelyn Adelson, Louis Barbaro, and Sandy Baskind, Rudolph Bauer, Doris Bennett, and Doris Bernstein, Charlotte Bloom, Jordan Alvin Childs, and Carol Dubar, Mitchell Fink, Beatrice Fishman and Milton Fried, Rita Gluckman, Robert Goldstein, and Elizabeth Golub, Goldie Green, Melvin Herzog and Bert Hoffman, Zelma Hoffman, Edna Lampert Jones, Henny Urians Meyer, Fern Kay, Barbara Schlesinger Lane, Mike Lebov, Dora Leon, Morris Leon, and Stephen Leon, Nathan S. Levinson, Hyman Levinton, Sylvia Licht, Bruin T. Lipman, Cecil Lipman, Ida Livestone, May Lofty, Sidney Mann, Samuel Mervis, and Lucille Mollenberg, Henry Mordeau, Leon Mordeau, Samuel Moskowitz, Jerry Paris, and Muriel and Mindy Paul, Paul Pretter, Ray Rosen, Ron Rosenberg, and Julius Rosenson, Kenny Ross, Roselle Roth, Adolf Rothschild, Sylvia G. Sadwick, Merle Savitt, and Maxine Scott, Leah Shapiro, Joseph Sherinsky, and Betty Silberman, Geraldine Silberman, William R. Siddig Sr., and William Unger, Marion Ruth Weisband, Reva Weiss, Albert Witt, Ruth Simon Witt, and Dora Young. And now remember the deaths, the names of those who died in more recent days: Ida Moretsky, Goldie Ottenheimer, Sandy Grubstein. Those who died at Tree of Life: Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil Rosenthal, David Rosenthal, Bernice Simon and Sylvan Simon, Daniel Stein, Melvin Wax, and Irving Younger. And those who died in the bar shooting in Thousand Oaks: Ron Hellis, Noel Sparks, Dan Manrique, Justin Meek, Cody Kaufman, and Elena Housley, Telemachus Orfanos, Sean Adler, Mark Meza Jr., Blake Dingman, Jacob Dunham, and Krishna Morissette, Richard Fleming, Maurice Stallard, Vicki Jones, Norma Cook, Lawrence Gordon, and Naomi Breslau. We believe that no mourner should ever need to stand alone, so we stand with our mourners. And those who are mourning will recite the mourner's Kaddish and will respond as a congregation to their words. Yid Kadal, Yid Kadash, Rabbah, Bi'alma Divrach,
Yurte, Bi'amlich Malchute, B'chai Chon, B'yomechon, B'chai Dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau, Vizman Kari, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mivrach, L'Olam Le'Amaya, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shmei Dekudesha, Brichu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechmata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, to which we say, Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing. There's a bridge like that in Vancouver. I've been on it.
That
Rabbi
one is
Nachman of
actually
Bratslav.
wider.
What?
That's actually even wider than this one.
Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav, the most important thing, all the world is a very narrow bridge, and the most important thing is not to be terrified. And in this time when we could either climb a ladder one rung or be so terrified as to jump, we hold on to each other in love. And there's yallas in here if you don't know the Hebrew, okay? Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. והעיקר, 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 לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר, והעיקר, לא לפחד, יאי לי לי, יאי לי 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 You don't get away that easy. Try it again. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od, gesher tzar me'od. והעיקר, והעיקר לא לפחד, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר, והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לי 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 לי
Blessed are you as you come in, and blessed are you as you go on your way. And even when you are crossing narrow bridges, I invite you to be the angels that bring goodness and kindness to everyone you meet. As together we say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei mizonot. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who makes all sorts of yummy treats like animal crackers, and we have a wonderful oneg in the auditorium. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.